is up, everybody? Welcome to the channel. We are starting our playthrough of Frostpunk 2. It just came out. I played Frostpunk 1. I have 6 hours loaded into Frostpunk 1, and I love that game so much. It's a top 10 game. But can I really say that if there's 6 hours? I don't care. I'm gonna say it is because I enjoyed the game so much. I just never found the time to play it. Anyway, we may have to move the camera around. I'm not really sure how this is gonna look. So I guess let's just get into it, shall we? See what happens here. Let's do the story. That's cool. Very loud in my ears. Okay, alright. Story. Welcome to Frostpunk 2. It's a challenging game in which planning ahead is crucial. Failure is a natural part of the experience. If you're a veteran of the original Frostpunk or enjoy a challenge, you may try your luck with the officer or higher difficulty level. Otherwise, we suggest you start at citizen and take it one step at a time. Probably. Or it's not about how many times we fall, it's about how many times we get back up. So they're pretty much telling me I'm gonna lose. Prologue. They came upon the old machine as they always do, and when the whiteout hits, they must survive. Okay. The Wanderers. In 1887, the world froze to death. Civilization crumbled. The failing British Empire built generators to support cities of evacuees, cities that would become the last on Earth. Whether huddled by a generator or out in the open frostland, those that survived were shaped by the ordeal. 30 years later, all became very different people. Difficulty presents is a moderate challenge, but with a margin of error and room to correct mistakes. Oh, you can change the difficulty of each aspect of the game. It's kind of cool. Survival mode. Survive against all odds. There's no active pause, and your progress will be saved on exit. Not clicking that. Alright, let's start this up. Loading. We'll adjust the camera when needed.
Stewart.
Press any key to begin.
Can you hear us? Captain! Do you hear us?
A generation ago, we fled the crumbling British Empire as the world surrounded us. I held New London together. United, we survived 30 years of whiteouts. But the world around us is dead. Empty. Ripe for taking. The city stories, Vestas.
Merely surviving is not enough. We have to expand. After all, it's us who survived the end of the world. It's us who survived.
Yes.
That was technically us from the first game. Traveler's Prologue. We've been roaming the frozen desert for years. Many of us do not remember a world before the Great Frost. Now another way out is coming, and again we've reached the old machine. Again we will rely on its furnace to provide heat through the storm. In the past, we always made sure there were enough supplies for the next whiteout, but our numbers have grown through the years. Providing for everyone is getting harder and harder. We must survive. The train? Fight the cold. The old dreadnought remains in pieces under layers of snow, but the scattered wagons still have resources inside. First, we must break ice to reach one of the oil wagons and construct an extraction district to use it. And then we can turn on the dreadnought's furnace to heat us. Okay. I gotta read that slower now. We will restart the service. Okay. Hold on. Let's check on my camera. Where's a good place for my camera? Not there, that's for sure. Over here, maybe? Maybe up here? I guess we'll see if anything appears there, huh? Back to the game. Okay, pause the game. Is there a shortcut for this? Spacebar. Okay, week 1, day 1. Fight the cold. Frostbreak to an oil wagon and construct an extraction district. Turn on the furnace and the dreadnought wreck to provide heat. Frostbreak. It's Frostbreak. Press T to see tutorial. Yes, please. Okay. Hold middle mouse button to adjust camera angle. Tracks. So far, yeah. Assuming it's gonna like teach it. Ooh, what's that do? Frost breaking. Okay. Frost breaking. Teams of workers with heavy equipment breaking ice and. Okay. Alright, where's my people at? Dreadnought's furnace, okay. Initially, you can only build districts in a limited area. The wider terrain is covered in frozen stiff ground, which is impossible to construct upon. To widen the area, you'll need to use Frostbreakers. You can send out Frostbreaker teams by clicking on the Frostbreaker button located on the bottom right of the screen. Find your way towards the edge of the buildable areas and click on the yellow tiles until the indicator circle is full. Back, click on this tick to confirm and start the construction. Right mouse to cancel. Districts on resource depots, deposits, covered by stiff ground, you'll have to follow. District abilities. There are various district abilities available for the district panel. One example of such district ability currency ships. Some district abilities are available from the beginning of the game. However, others can be unlocked by constructing specific buildings, signing laws, or by certain events happening in a specific district. Gonna work as a furnace that serves as a heat generator for your have fuel to turn on the furnace. In this case, oil is the only available fuel. Once you've recovered it, you can turn on the furnace by clicking the switch. Yep. The furnace uses as much available fuel as needed to fulfill the heat demand. The vertical indicator on the left shows how much heat demand is fully filled in gray. The red part indicates unfulfilled. Okay. Furnace uses as much available fuel. Also activate furnace overdrive, which temporarily increases the generator's efficiency, but also increases its wear. Be careful and turn overdrive off before the wear indicator on the right fills up and causes a malfunction, resulting in casualties. Okay, I gotta do something real quick for the wife. Be right back. Alright, we're back. Stop freaking out. Okay. We read all this. Don't understand it. It's fine. And you remember to pause the game. Wait, try to furnace. Okay, so we need to construct districts. X to Frostbreak? Okay. We're connected to. We want to get to oil wagon. Is that an oil wagon? That's what we want to get to first. Do we want to run the whole thing? Okay. Oh, where'd they come from? Speed that up, shall we? Okay, that's done. Those scraps. Okay, let's look at scraps. Scraps are stockpile resource that can be spent on frostbreaking. Okay, that's what they look like. Okay. Funding construction or when using specific actions. Scraps are collected weekly. Everybody provides their share. The bigger the community, the more they contribute. Use the take scraps action on wanderers, which will increase the number of scraps in your stockpile, but also worsen your relation with the wanderers, which, I mean, what? You can use this take scraps, okay, which as a result will lower trust in you as leader. Also use the return scraps action, which does the opposite. It costs you scraps, but improves relation and trust. Okay. What do we need to do now? District. I mean, we broke two it, didn't we? Or do we need to break more? Break more around it, I suppose. Cold. Cold is a measure of how well your city is heated and how protected your people are from the frost. Make sure that shelter and heat needs are fulfilled, not satisfying those needs, mainly increase cold. High cold increase disease, decrease population growth, and cause recurring events of citizens freezing to death. Cool. Okay, so can I press T to see the tutorial? Royal oil wagons? District construction. Okay. This probably districts are the base of your economy. Build them to produce or process resources and provide shelter. Districts have a fixed number of tiles needed to begin construction. So I did have to clear it out. When building the district, keep a lookout for the indicator circle, which shows you how many tiles you still have to click for the construction to start. Okay. When it's full, click on the tick to confirm and start the construction, or use right mouse button to cancel your last choice. Available tiles are white. Click on them until the okay. Extraction and food districts require resource depots to build. You need to begin selecting tiles from the highlighted resource depot corresponding resource icon. For example, to build an extraction district, start from the tile with an oil depot. Okay. So then that means what? How do I districts? Oh, there we go. Extraction. There. So then it's 3. Well, and then we have to let it build. Then we also want to do more oil stuff over there. Let's rid of some over here. We also want to no, not that. That's I want to take care of that too while we're doing this. Is that T is no, B. B is construction. Hubs. Get to it. And what does this button do? Turn on the furnace and the dreadnought rack to provide heat. Oil. As the thick black liquid oozes through the pipes, our people rejoice. The carcass of this old machine is a testament to the hardships that made us. More importantly, it's our haven in the storm. It has allowed us to weather many whiteouts, and it will do so again. If we have oil, we can turn on the furnace. Okay. Select the dreadnought rack to access furnace control. Once turned on, the dreadnought's furnace will automatically convert oil into heat. Okay. So this generator off. Output and demand. Okay. City's economy is based on the output and demand of various resources. Output is the total amount of resources produced by district buildings. For example, food output can be increased by building a food district. However, a working district also increases demand for resources needed to sustain its operations. In the case of the food district, heat and materials. Okay. When output equals demand, you will see a golden icon for the given resource on the top bar. What equals demand? Okay. When the output is higher than demand, you will see a positive number next to the icon. I'm assuming food surplus. So it doesn't equal, so why is it gold? Well, it's supposed to be gold. This? Oh no, this is supposed to be gold plus. Oh, I see. Demand is increased by the needs of your people who require food and shelter to survive. When output is lower than demand, you will see a negative number next to the resources. How much more output is needed to beat the A14? Okay. District and buildings mostly increase heat and materials. Okay. Provide basic infrastructure. The furnace is on. We have enough oil to cover current needs. The cold will still affect our people until they have proper shelter. Housing will best protect us from the cold if built in close proximity to other housing, or the furnace itself. However, we'll need to prefabricate part we'll need prefabricated parts for construction. We brought some with us. The rest we need to extract from the wagon wreckages. This is like a tongue twister almost. C is what they said. Prefabs, oh my god, so many tutorials. Constructing any types of structure requires prefabs. They are prefabricated building components assembled at the construction site into buildings, hubs, or whole districts. You can obtain prefabs from ruins or other abandoned depots, like maintenance wagons or abandoned ruins, by building an extraction district. Okay. So on the ruin or extraction. When you run out of prefabs to build anything, try demolishing one of your existing districts, hubs, or buildings to get back all prefabs used for the construction. Okay. So then, what do we need to do here? Frostbreak to a construction wagon and build an extraction district to provide prefabs. Okay, we're almost done here, right? Build 2 housing districts, optional. Place the housing districts next to each other or the furnace to reduce heat demand. Cool, cool, cool. I think we're going to begin. Oh no, no, no. Or can I? Construction, 140 prefab, which we have that, okay. Under workforce. What's our workforce? Do we have a workforce? 60 scraps. We have the scraps. My dog's playing with the toy right now, so apologies for that. Okay, so we can we? We need 6 spaces. So put that there. Let's finish this. Okay, that's done. So let's put, I gotta start using the B button. Let's put another extraction. Okay. Nope, we need to, what's the button? T? X breaks the ice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, got things going on. I build another, no, I have to wait for this. Oh, that's why. Okay, this is done, so now we need to sick and injured. I already have sick and injured. 2 registered sick. Let's jump into the tutorial. That is not the tutorial. T is the tutorial. Oh, sick and injured. Unresolved problems in a city can make part of its workforce absent. Those workers are temporarily excluded from your workforce. Okay, so if they're sick, they can't work. Makes sense. There are 2 main types of absences. Sick. The number of sick workers increases proportionally to how high disease currently is. These people will rejoin the available workforce upon decreasing disease in the city or after being cured in hospitals. Okay. 2 injured. The injured will rejoin the available workforce over time. Having hospitals or using abilities, triage, accelerates this process. You may encounter other types of absences in the city due to various events and decisions you make. Okay. Okay. We still need to build some more housing. So that's still building. Okay, so we got, what do we got? 2, 3, 6, I guess. Do I have to use all 6? Speed things up here. Shelter. Your population needs shelter to survive. If not provided, cold will aggressively rise in the city. Shelter is mainly provided by housing districts, but remember, as other types of districts, needs heat. If the heat demands in the city is not fulfilled, cold will rise, but at a lower rate compared to a lack of shelter. Building housing districts in the right place, e.g. in proximity to each other, can reduce their heat demand. That's what we're doing. Oh, I see. Okay. But you see, I kind of built them over here, so see, we'll see, I guess. Okay, continue, I guess. What else we need to do right now? That's done. No, oh, I didn't get to read that. That button. Huddle the camp together. Easier to trap the warmth. Somebody said, okay. What am I supposed to do? Frost break to fertile soil. Build a food district on fertile. Where do I find fertile soil? Oil wagon. How's the feed surplus? Available 120. The demand is 20 and the output is currently 20. So that needs to be high. They're just supposed to start breaking ice now, or what? Yeah, no. But I want to get more. What is this? Oh, okay, here we go. That's good to know. Oh, I basically have to go this way. Let's do that, and then let's also break this one. So then let's build the B button. So we need what? Food district? We put that there. And then we need another extraction, I think. 3. Okay. Look at the little houses. Don't want a button. Prepare for the whiteout. We secured our immediate survival. Now we have to stockpile as much food as we can before the whiteout forces us to take shelter. To do that, we need to produce more food than our current demand. Okay. Stockpile enough food to survive the whiteout. Stockpile. New tip. Some resources, like materials, food, or different types of fuels, can be stockpiled. When a city runs a surplus of a resource, meaning the output is bigger than demand, the surplus goes into a stockpile. The stockpile will slowly fill up every day as long as there is storage capacity left to store them. Stockpiles will be consumed whenever the demand is higher than the output of a specific resource. Okay. Stockpiling is limited by your storage capacity. You can see each resource's storage capacity by hovering over it. You can expand storage capacity by building stockpile hubs. There are different types of stockpile hubs for different resources. In the prologue, only the food stockpile hub is available. Okay. Besides increasing stockpile capacity, stockpile hubs provide positive area area effects when built in proximity to districts that produce or requires the same resource that the hub stockpiles. You can see which district can be affected by a given hub in its description in the construction panel. And accumulated stockpile is not lost after deactivating or destroying a stockpile hub. You're just losing the ability to stockpile more than your current. Okay, that too fast. Okay. Okay. So we want some stockpile reserves. How's our oil demand? Output and demand is what's. I'm confused. Oh, we just built a food district. That's why I want to. Is it? Math is a math in my head. Okay, so we need some stockpiles. So let's. Oh, I'm gonna have to break some stuff. How do I make stockpiles? I'm not quite sure actually. We're not stockpiling food, obviously. Oh, it's a hub, that's why. So if I do another one. Okay, requirement construction, requirements. Okay. 15 stockpile capacity. Proximity workforce. And a neighboring food district system. I want to. There's another thing over here. Well, I want to go here though. Yeah. I think we're good. $60 remaining. Okay, we got 2 hubs going. We're frost breaking over there. Speed everything up. Everything's done there. We need to frost break some more around here, I think. And then let's go this way and get some more oil. And go down here and get that. 400,000 right here. 1,000. There's a lot down here. Which button we down there now? Oh, I have to continue right here though. Okay. Sure, we'll push out this way. I can do more than that. What is this? And Cal 42 Gardner, pouring sand in his hands. We've been here so many times. The soil is depleted. A couple more and there will be no point erecting the hothouses. There will be nothing to grow food on. And the yield is so low, either we pull emergency shifts or tighten our belts. Otherwise, there might not be enough for everyone. We might not be able to fill food stockpiles without exceptional measures. Consider asking the Wanderers to tighten belts or instill emergency shifts in food districts. I don't know what that. Oh, optional. Instruct the warrior stuff. Ooh, emergency shifts or Wanderers. Oh. Go here for that. Communities. Aha. The people of your city form communities, groups of people united by a common outlook and background. You can view any of your communities by clicking on their image at the bottom of the screen. Under each community description is a list of actions you can perform with that community. Those actions can greatly improve your city's situation, but they can also change your relations with that community for better or for worse. Under the community name, you can find information regarding your relations with the chosen community. Your relations with each community will impact your overall trust. So we need to Wanderers will ration their food to save more for potentially going hungry, so there's more for later. Okay, where do I find the other option? Oh, right there. Wanderers will work deep into the night with little regard for their safety. Trust fails slightly, production efficiency is increased. Let's go with Titan belts, I think. Hunger is significantly increased. Do we want to go significantly or slightly? Let's go slightly. Eesh. Workers in food district work double shifts. Disease increased. I knew. Trust is located at the bottom of the screen. Okay? Trust shows how much confidence people have in you as the leader. and your decision making. It mainly consists of your relations with all communities and factions, which are influenced by your actions toward them and the fulfillment of your promises. Additionally, their opinion of you depends on the direction in which you develop the city, what you research, build, and vote on. If your citizens fall sick or die, it worsens your relations with every community, lowering your overall trust. Level of trust ranking from the highest one. Revered, respected, accepted, tolerated, despised. Okay. Be careful. If your trust runs out and you become despised, the populace will want to depose you, which will be your end. Let's see how far that. Alright, let's continue. So we did that. How long does that last? Till I turn it off? Instruct the workers to tighten belts. I can do both. Let's see what happens. Rations restricted. All will eat less to stockpile more for the white. Okay. We are still waiting on it. Okay, food is good. How's it good? Materials is scarce. Okay. Okay, so build. Can I build anything? Okay, X. I want to get to this. And I would like to get over here too. This is finished. How many kind of is? I don't know. Okay. Two sick people have returned to work in the old dreadnought. Food district. Okay, so I need more scraps. More heat. Materials? Materials. Okay, well, we're getting more heat here. What does this area need more? Let's see. What do we get from it? Okay, so. Oh no, I can do it regardless. People just start getting mad at me. It's fine. No, it's not fine. What's this? Emergency shifts. Okay, it's letting me know it's on emergency shifts. Squalor. Squalor means that your citizens have to endure polluted air and overwhelming dirt and filth. Squalor raises when there are not enough materials to meet the demand for the maintenance of the city. High squalor increases disease and decreased population growth. Squalor also causes recurring events that damage random districts, indicated by the district's wear. When wear reaches its maximum limit, the target district turns off due to a malfunction. To make the district functional again, the player needs to repair it at a cost of. Against the elements. Each day the wind grows fiercer. Relentlessly it beats against our buildings, weakening our structures gust by gust without raw materials. To repair the damage, our districts will deteriorate. The more we build, the more materials we will need. This is the world we know. Provide more materials to reduce squalor before it harms people. Relations slightly worsen. Let's see that. Okay, so pause for a second. Build an extraction district on a maintenance wagon. Isn't that what that is? Construction wagon. That's wagon there. Okay. Extract enough materials to satisfy your district's demand. Total output, total demand. Negative 4. This is done, isn't it? Enough good work. We are now gathering enough materials to maintain our districts. Time to focus on stockpiling food for the whiteout. Relations improve, causing trust to rise. Perfect. Okay. Can I put something there? Oh, food district. Where else is some food? There's 2 more scraps, okay. Scraps, okay. Am I gaining scraps? What's that? Trey Cleghorn, 62 seamstress. Tria? Trey. So others may live. My knees ache and my fingers are so stiff. I can't hold the needle anymore. I've lived a full life. It warms my heart to see little Betty and Jacob play by the evening fire. Maybe this is it. I've talked with the other elders. If it comes to it, we will go. I won't let my grandchildren starve. Some people are ready to sacrifice themselves to lower the food. With that information, good to know. Plus. Looks good. I could probably stop this. I don't want anybody else to get sick. Hold emergency for workers and food. Double shifts. It's fine. Give them a break, you know what I'm saying? Okay, there's more food over here. On there. I'm gonna need more scraps though. Oh, there's food right here too. You see that? Okay. What's this guy got to say? Mysterious symbol, the captain's legacy. One of our frost-breaking crew uncovered the frozen remains of a man in a tattered uniform. His shoulder patch reads, New London Scouts, 3rd Platoon, and he bears an obscure insignia. Some of our elders claim it belongs to a military organization, while others argue it has a religious significance. Maybe you have heard of this, New London, before and can settle their debate. New London's history is shrouded in mystery. New London is a city of devotion that established a new religion and follows the God. We're just gonna do this so it's kind of even. It's the best bet. Okay, what do you got? Lack of prefabs. No resources for further construction. We don't have enough prefabrication components to make further construction impossible. There may be some prefabs left in one of the construction wagons. If not, we can try to salvage prefabs by demolishing one of the existing districts or hubs. Obtain more prefabs by building an extraction district on a construction wagon or demolishing districts or hubs. Good to know. Let's look here. This is empty, right? No access to it. What do you mean no access? It's empty, okay. So we can demolish that. So we'll demolish that, and then put more food here. And then building, we want, whoa, older season, heat demand is increased. But the whiteout thing. Okay, 100 more work. Okay, so let's see. Optional order emergency shifts. For what? Oh, I'm supposed to keep that on? Maybe. that's done. So can I build stuff now? Okay. But we want that. Saving? Hi. Why are you saving? Chad. I'm gonna pause the game so I can hear. Sorry if I just saw this. I've been super interested in this game. Watching at work, so I don't have much time. But I'll watch it when I get home. Sweet, thanks, my guy. Appreciate it. I'm hoping to. I don't know how much longer I'll be on, but hoping to get this on YouTube later too, as well. I've been interested in this too. Like I said at the beginning, I played Frostpunk 1 for only 6 hours, but I love the game. I just never got around to playing it more. So I'm quite excited for this. Thank you for stopping by. I hope work is doing fine. Alright, let's continue on to what we're doing here. So nobody dies. This looks good. Just hit by heat. Oh, what's this? Alright, the whiteout draws near. A sacrifice. Hey look, seals. People in the camp are getting tense. They worry we won't gather enough food in time. Our hunters propose to slaughter the remaining seals, including pups and females. This will allow us to gather much more food, but will wipe out what could be the last colony of these creatures on Earth. However, many elders have volunteered to walk into the Frostland rather than be a burden on our resources. Their sacrifice would significantly reduce the rations we need for the whiteout. What should we do? Whiteout will arrive in 34 weeks. We have currently stockpiled 14,000 out of 400 food, which I think's good, but okay. If we slaughter the seals, sad day. We should eat what is available before we let anyone die. Food production will greatly. The last of the seal colony will be butchered. Let our elders go. We will respect our elders' wishes to walk into the frost. Our elders will die, and this will not reduce our workforce, okay? Food required to survive the whiteout will decrease greatly. Okay. Don't what? Don't resort to extremes. We will gather enough food in time. If you fail, the consequences will be dire. Let's go with the elders. Why not? I mean, they're 500. How many do I have? How many people live here? I only have 200 workforce. That sucks. Okay. Change this. Can I change the temperature in this game? I can. UI text scale. I don't want that. Big. I want it big. Reset game speed when new messages appeared on. Tutorials on. Endless mode. I don't know what that means. Change between Celsius will be changed in the main menu. Oh, okay. Good enough. Twitch, what is this? Twitch counts of. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Enable Twitches. Connect. Ooh, well, we gotta do this. Add Twitch streaming companion. How do I do that? Ooh, I'm going to a website. Hold on. Connect my game. Heck yeah. Authorize. Okay. Okay, what is that? Twitch streaming companion. Let's do that. I don't know what that is. We're gonna find out. Install. Let's configure this third-party extension. Go to your in-game settings menu to connect. It says overlay 1. I don't know what that means. What does this do? Okay, cool. That's kind of cool. Oh, what's this? Not published to chat. Why? Likely heresy? How is it heresy? How do I change that? Someone tried saying something in chat, but it didn't pop up. neither did Zuku's Was Up. I don't know why I'm not seeing some of these in the stream thing. Oh, it's right there. I missed that one. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how to fix that. Get rid of that. Chat settings. Okay, anyways, we'll just continue for now. Apologies if I don't see your messages. Okay. Oh yeah, let's accept that. Okay. Anyway, sorry about that. Stockpiling food. Okay, so far so easy, I think. So far so good. What should we do now? 2 registered is sick. That's no good. Is everything? Base demand 20 from wreck. Do we have another oil refinery? What's this? Green, 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 yellow, yellow. Yellow means it's almost out. I don't know what button I just pressed, but. Ooh, but something showed up. Okay. I can't even. Sierra, 13, trainee seamstress. No more stories. Granny's gone for her long walk. She says I'll see her again one day, but not for a long time. She told me lots of great stories, Granny did, about blue skies and sun so hot you could go out without clothes, about a thing called the sea, like a big tub of water which Granny once sailed across on a wooden dreadnought to visit friends who spoke funny words about how it got cold. Who will tell me stories now? The elder sacrifices greatly reduced the amount of food required for our survival. That's what we wanted. Oh yeah, look at that. Okay. Bump the speed up. I love how the whiteout arrives basically right when I stockpile everything. Okay. Food secured. We did it. We secured enough food to survive the incoming whiteout. Our workers will make some last-minute preparations before the storm arrives. We should try and keep our people warm for this time. We will survive. Now we wait. Wait until the whiteout hits. 2 registered sick. So I just have to wait 23 weeks. Where's my stockpile? Is that my stockpile? Yeah, it is. So my demand is 34. My stockpile is 147. Okay. Stockpiling will be filled in 13 weeks. So I could probably do another hub. Right? I don't have the prefab. Okay, whoa, wrong button. Resource depot nearly depleted. Okay, so we'll have to move somewhere. What else do we got? Can I keep doing some of this? No. My workforce as well. 96. Because I got them working everywhere else here. Let's go. No, this one out. No, wait, what? This go yet? 97 weeks remaining, okay. 101 weeks remaining. We're good on oil. We got a lot of food coming, so I'm not worried about it. Oh, okay. That's what's gonna happen. Speed up time, huh? We don't really have much. Stockpile is full. What is this? That's food, okay. So hold on, pause. Okay, so we can probably demolish this. Because we don't need that. What's up with an emergency shift? Seriously. Want an emergency shift? I'll give you one. I like how it make it sound like okay, oh, it's here. The whiteout is here. The preparations are over. 8 sick people have returned to work in the old. Oh, they're still building. No, don't do it. No, it's really pushing it. Oh, negative 790. Survival through sacrifice. The Wanderers' survival. When the whiteout hit the camp, the Wanderers were ready. At least those who remained were. They huddled together while howling winds buffeted the rusted hull. With a colony of seals to hunt responsibly for years to come, the Wanderers feel confident about their future. No trace was ever found of those who volunteered to walk into the frost. Some say they walked straight across the snow through the gates of paradise. The Wanderers emerge shaken but determined to continue their journey. They pray for the day the whiteouts stop. Storms are fewer and further between. Maybe one day their prayers will be answered. Good. I was wondering what you had on your water bottle or your phone. Did your headphones die?
I only use them if I have to.
We survived the end of the world. Now what? Old Captain is dead. New London is weak. Food is low. Overpopulation looms. Coal is running out. People yearn for a future worth dreaming of, but is it the same future for all? Keep the city together. Or hold its hand on its deathbed. It's deep. Chapter 1, Scraping the Barrel. Okay, so we are going to stop the recording for that one. And we'll be posting that one to YouTube. Alright, let's stop this real quick, and then we'll just continue on recording. Okay, that one is done. Alright, we are on the next part. We're on chapter 1. Coal is running out. The captain is dead. As he weakened, growing divisions brought city maintenance to a grinding halt. Now, New London is left to suffer the consequences. As steward, it is your charge to lead, but you must prove yourself. Overcrowded city is low on resources. Use this warmer year to build more shelter, secure coal, and power the generator back on. What? Okay. Frostbreak to a shallow coal seam and construct a strict turn on the generator, construct new housing districts to address the lack of shelter. Okie dokie. Everything is... I don't like it. Got new buildings? What is this? Okay, buildings. You can construct buildings in districts if there is an empty building slot available inside them. Buildings have their demand and output, which are added to the already existing economy of a district. Buildings can improve base output of a district, provide more food, or reduce problems directly. Initially, you don't have many buildings available for construction. However, the Research Institute is a building that is always available from the very beginning of the game. It provides you with access to the idea trait and a cumulative bonus to research speed. Developing new ideas is essential to the invention of new technology and new buildings. Be mindful of who is conducting the research, as ideologies of specific groups will influence the result of their work. They will come forth with a special variant of a building aligned with their views. Some buildings unlock abilities that can be used in the district where they are constructed. E.g., a hospital unlocks the preliminary triage ability. Okay, nice. Research Institute, okay. Central, Council, okay. Generator is disabled. Maybe find some coal seams. Ooh, look at all this stuff. Cool. Cool. This coal? How do I know where coal is? I don't know where coal is. Is that coal? Fertile soil. A4. Is it infinite? What is this? Exposed to wind. Oh, that's cool. You like showing what this is? There's coal. Some coal. 72, 72, 70. Like all 72 stuff. And this is just... Let's start building out these. And then we're probably gonna need more stamps. No cores, okay. Let's... More tutorials we missed? Oh, factions, okay. Some citizens, ignited by passion and strong beliefs, will organize and form groups known as factions. Factions are groups of citizens that are united by a common and clearly defined ideology, and will actively seek to implement it in all aspects of the city. Factions originate from communities and share some of their beliefs. However, they have opinions about the city's direction in all three fields, whereas communities focus only on one aspect. Factions are more radicalized and better organized, which can be advantageous in certain situations. On the other hand, if they disagree with your rule, their opposition can be more fierce. Factions will propose extreme or radical ideas to be implemented in the city. They will also engage in disruptions such as rallies or protests. Be sure to inspect and familiarize yourself with factions that appear in your city by clicking on their portrait at the bottom of the screen. Fervor measures how many radicals are active within a faction. These radicals increase tension. High fervor, whatever, can also lead to violence and even civil war. Fervor increases when a faction opposes your decisions and actions. To decrease this, you need to maintain very good relations with the faction for a long enough time. Use de-radicalize faction action with the community from which that faction origins, or use special ability in a prison building. To keep the control of the city in your hand, you need to understand the desires of factions in your city. Assess their fervor thing at all times and proactively try to keep them in check, unless you wish for them to rule the city. Sure. What else can I break? Some more stuff? Well, we already have these, so I don't... Build an extraction depot. Okay, how many? So that's probably gonna provide more. Okay. Housing districts. Heat. Where do I put this? It's 20 heat. Okay. We'll leave it at that for now. Heat stamps. Let's see what this is about. Heat stamps are a stockpilable resource that can be spent on frost breaking, funding construction, or when using specific actions. City collects, so it's basically like scraps. Sounds like. City collects heat stamps weekly. Every community provides its share depending on its size. The bigger the community, the more they contribute. This means that as the population grows, heat stamps income also increases. Heat stamps income can be increased by satisfying goods demand. It can also be modified by certain laws and buildings. You can request or donate heat stamps to communities and factions. Click on a community or faction at the bottom of the screen to see the list of possible actions. Alright, look at these factions, huh? Click on them. Frostlanders. Adaptation is the only way to live in the frost. Fighting against the cold is futile. Will not give in to the hubris of machines. The frost makes steel brittle. We will adapt even if it requires sacrifice. And we got Faith Keepers. Rest to advance humanity equal as one flock. Tradition is our bedrock. We will build machines to carve our place in the ice. We will improve ourselves with technology. We will rip resources from the frozen earth to sustain everyone. We will bend nature to our will and we will thrive. Quality. The old world died. With all its inequalities, nobody should lay claim to vital resources. And in the frost, all resources are vital. To the city, and the city shall care for all. Quality. It's tradition. The world has changed, but not the people. The old social order has always been the glue that has held us together. It will keep us together still. With tradition as our foundation, we will rebuild society. New Londoners. Through technology progress, New London will thrive. Progress. We will build machines to... Okay. We have another thing. Expanding districts. Expand districts to increase their scale, both in terms of size and capabilities. Expanded districts are more efficient and provide additional building slots. Select a district to open its panel and click on the expand button. Then select new tiles around the chosen district to start the expansion. There are not enough adjacent space to select. The district cannot be expanded. Be mindful that housing districts have no building slots upon construction. Contrary to other types of districts, that is why you need to expand such a district at once to be able to construct any buildings inside of it. So then, ooh, that goes. Okay, you have to do something here, right? Build would be extraction. We need coal somewhere. What is this? Guard squads, okay. Stands. Oh, coal's right there. So the demand is 110 to fill that. Okay. Am I getting enough? There's none available. Oh. Scrapping the barrel. Good work, Steward. We have secured a new coal depot. Deposit. It's part of the last main in New London. There are still some deposits left, but they won't last for long. We'll need to improve our mining to use it efficiently, but the city's communities are voicing different ideas about how to do it. We need to decide whose ideas are worth pursuing. We must choose a solution. Alright, so scraping the barrel. Expand an existing housing district. Okay. Build a research institute. Let's expand, I guess. No, I don't want to expand that. Expand this. No, let's expand this one. Expand it 3 times. I don't want to go up there. Wait, hold on. Oh, X. Let's get more of this cleared out of the way. I've registered as sick. Expand. That's expanding. Build a research institute. Looks like we got some stuff. The generator. The generator is the primary source of heat in the city. It requires fuel to function. Initially, your main source of fuel is coal, but later in the game you can research and discover different types of fuel, which vary in how much heat they provide. Generate uses as much available fuel as is needed to fulfill heat demand in the city. If you have more than one type of fuel available, the most efficient one will be used first. The vertical indicator on the left shows how much heat demand is fulfilled in gray. The red part stands for unfulfilled demand. In the case of heat surplus, a golden color will appear. You can also activate the generator overdrive, which temporarily increases the generator's efficiency, but also increases its wear. Be careful and turn overdrive off before the wear indicator on the right fills up and causes a malfunction, resulting in casualties. Okay, so this is the same as, what was this? Or that's furnace, yeah. Tension. Tension is located at the very middle of the bottom of the screen. It is portrayed by an orb that can fill with black liquid as tension rises throughout the city. Tension shows you how agitated and anxious people in the city are. Tension rises if other problems like cold, hunger, disease, squalor, or crime are high. Factions may also increase tension. It depends on their... The more they are radicalized, the more tension they cause. Besides, factions might engage in various disruptions such as protests. Be careful, if your tension reaches the maximum limit, the city will fall into uncontrollable chaos. Tension level changes dynamically, so keep an eye on it, especially when it rises. Tension reflects the overall situation in the city, so the best way to lower tension is to improve the city. Decrease problems like cold or disease, or de-radicalize factions, lowering their fervor. You may also research certain ideas that will lower the tension. Search among buildings, political policies, or hubs in the idea tree to find adequate solutions. Okay. Search institute. Where that? Okay. Construction. Building study unlocks the idea tree. Each institute improves research speed. I just put that anywhere. That specifically have to go over one of these. I'm not sure. Well, how do I... That's expanding. So should it go into housing? Not quite sure. Wait a minute. Is that how it works? What do you have to say? The generator wakes. A child is born. People gather around the generator tower as it wakes with a thundering shudder and bestows heat on us yet again. This is the heart of the city, our last line of defense against the cold. Our first hope for a future, any future. Steward, there's a couple who says their first child, a daughter, was born at the exact moment the generator sprang to life again. They called her Lily May. Ask that you bless her. You gave us hope back. Thanks to you, our child may yet have a future ahead of her. People are hopeful. A future for them after all. May your life be warm and winds spare your paths. Cool. Okay. Yeah, that's done. So can I add something? Build slot. So. Okay. Expand, put building. Got it. We got it. We're figuring it out. Okay, so that's being built right. Construct the newly researched building. Research an idea for coal extraction. So I have to do these kind of in order. Research and stew construction. Idea tree. Research Institute unlocks the idea tree where new ideas and solutions can be researched. However, different communities may propose diverging answers to the same issue. You need to decide which community will research a specific topic, resulting in an outcome tailored to that community. Choosing a community to research an idea will improve your relations with them. The amount of time needed to research may be reduced by building more research institutes. Each institute will increase research speed, but as you build more institutes, the incremental gain from adding a new one diminishes. You can also temporarily accelerate research by using the action Rush Researchers in a district with a research institute. Permanent change of research speed is possible by signing adequate laws or constructing buildings with such an effect. However, those means aren't available from the start, and you need to research them first. Different ideas. Communities of New London. A small crowd gathers outside the New Research Institute, arguing about how to exploit the last coal veins. The Faith Keepers and New Londoners want us to lean on machine power mining, but the Frostlanders would have us pursue a more frugal solution. They would never display such disorder under the captain's rule. You have to choose who to entrust with developing their idea. The communities of New London have different perspectives. You may not be able to please everyone. Show me our options. They'll make my decision now. Decide later. Let's go into the idea tree. Idea tree. We need new ideas to move forward. However, different communities may propose diverging answers to the same issue. They will only pursue solutions that align with their worldview. Choosing a community to develop an idea will improve your relations with that community. Go build machines to crew. What's this do? Frostlanders take advantage of the natural property. Base land of housing districts is okay, that's normal. Okay, this is okay. And cool. This is what I need to research. Materials demand. Squalor is increased. Mining operation where residue coal dust is sucked up and compressed into resources. Heating coal. Squalor is increased. More demand. Go with this one. Okay. Get tree. So that's that. Lasting cold. Can't really do much else, can I? Can I expand it? No, I need to. Let's try and get to these cold. Really want.
The Faith Keepers urge citizens to consider at all times what would the captain do.
Our stuff is good. So we need this one. near this area. Okay. Deacon, 51 Priestess. Praying to the generator, such relief to have you back on. O holy generator, provider and sustainer, light our heart, our shining beacon. Hear our prayer, make us instruments of your light, that we might fill the hearts of our flock with your radiance, and forever fight against the cold of the frost. May you forever warm our path. The generator is revered and beloved by the faithful. Still bad. So let's get some more over here. I'm gonna break this. Start that one too. Let's go this way. Plastic coal mine, new building proposed. Okay. So let's pause for some more. Blasting coal. Wait, where did that? What's this look at? Zetgist? City direction. You can monitor the Zetgist, okay, of your city in the bottom left corner of the screen. This means Sphere of Time. Describes the direction of your city on 3 axes. Technology, economy, and society. Laws you pass, buildings you build, and choices you make, they all impact the thing. Bob. What's up, Sheila? I don't know how to get rid of this. How to undo that? Right. Your relations with them will change based on how their views are aligned with the current Zetgist. The more you develop the city in the direction they support, the more positively it affects your relations. To see what a given community or faction supports, click on their image at the bottom of the screen, hover over the icons above their name. Watch as your decisions shape the thing. Be on the lookout for scent which can tear your city apart. Okay, what do we do now? One food district. Can I reach it? Oh. Expand that. Place to settle differences. With the new mine and the impending doom of depleting coal is postponed. Yet differences between communities remain. The weakening captain wanted to establish a council to settle them. He didn't live to see it through. False to you, Stuart. The people of New London want a say in how it's run. First decision, whether you should continue to lead the city. I read that, but I don't think I paid attention. Build the council hall. Is that a... How is everything? So we have... So it says available 230. The demand is 230. I click for more. Stockpiling coal. That's good. Food is that? We still need some more of those though. Resource depot. Temperatures. To be ready for temperature changes, keep an eye on the weather timeline. Located in the top right of your screen. Okay. Thermometer icons represent temperature changes. When temperature drops, heat demand increases in districts that demand heat. When temperature rises, heat demand decreases. Okay. Sure you have enough fuel stockpile to be ready for the temperature changes. You may construct fuel stockpile hubs to expand stockpile capacity for coal or oil. Otherwise, the coal may increase disease and eventually lead to deaths among your citizens. Besides temperature changes, be aware of whiteouts. Those are weather anomalies that introduce severe and punishing conditions. They are represented by wind icons on the timeline. So... This is almost a house.
An automaton has broken down and is blocked.
Broke down?
Are on their way.
What am I missing here? Force. Okay, this is about to be done. Is that? Looming cold problems in the city as the captain's authority weakened. Different groups started pulling the city in their own direction. New London grew overpopulated. Whiteouts ruined expansion attempts, and now coal is finally running out. Without heat and shelter, people will start freezing to death. Although the captain appointed you before passing, people are anxious. You're not up to the task. Prove them wrong, Stuart. Coal has risen to a concerning level. People may die or suffer frostbite. Provide shelter and heat to fight it. Tension is high. People are... How's it going, Rig? How you doing? Hope your day is well. I haven't seen you here in a while. How are you doing? Build the council. I need to do that still. I don't know where it goes though. Workforce. Okay, so we're gonna push it till this is done, and then we'll destroy this. I think it's their best bet. Deadly cold. Due to cold, some of our people have frozen to death. What? I think I was gonna do that anyways. 80 frozen to death. Deaths due to cold. Problems in the city. Stewart, a cold wave has taken lives in the city. People were found frozen not only in the open streets, but in some houses and workplaces as well. The air is thick with grief and anger. People fear the horror of years past will return until your leadership. They want the council to ensure new laws can help with fighting this crisis. Reassuring them would be prudent. People will continue to freeze to death until cold is brought down. Trust falls. That's not good. And then, okay, heat is down, obviously. We have nothing in stock. What am I waiting for? Waiting for this to be done.
Beware of frostbite. Keep your face and ears covered.
Okay, this is done, so we're gonna get rid of this. Demolish. So then we want to build extraction. The problem with that is I don't have enough people to make this. So do I have anything here? Heating, resource, frosting city. Air transport. Society Watchtowers Hospital. Housing block. Crossland Scouts. Sawmills, hothouses, filtering. This might help with the heat. Okay, what do you got to say? When one door closes, the first crack. Steward, the Faith Keepers have begun their monthly processions, visiting each door in the city as a symbol of the captain's presence alive in every home. However, a select group of Frostlanders refuse to leave their doors open. We aren't getting in their way, we just don't want strangers barging into our homes, one says. We're all one flock under his wing, urged the priest. How can we be united if one of us steps away? What should we do? Support all doors open, stop the procession, not interfere. This is 2 and 1. I'm not sure what I should do here. So this is fixed. This is almost out. That's not good. Still bad. Goods. We don't really work. We need shelter. So we need more houses. Is that the same? Yeah, extraction site. I mean, if I dig over here, build some houses. Deposits run low. Yeah, we know. Coal is running out. Steward, some of the coal deposits in this district will soon run out. The Faith Keepers and the New Londoners believe they can use explosives to access deeper veins of coal. Frostlanders say we should send children for mist ore in the tighter tunnels. Some did this as kids themselves in the abandoned mines outpost, and they survived unscathed. Should we support any of these ideas to extend the depot? Access to lower levels, available coal in all depots. Okay, so they both increased by 5. Well, this one increased by 15. We'll go this way. Okay, so this just gained more. 50, okay, cool. What's this bar for?
Do not be alarmed by any
Oh, it's about to
unusual
get cold.
noises coming from the generator.
I'm not good about that.
Routine maintenance work.
Okay, something just popped up. District employment. Okay, district employment can be manually controlled in a district panel. Okay, cool, cool. By selecting a percentage value, you can scale all operations in a district. This adjustment will reduce the required workforce and resources requirement, but also result in lower output. If full employment cannot be selected in the district, it means there is not enough available workforce in your city. To address this, you need to either reduce employment in other districts to increase the workforce. These workforce adjustments will affect all buildings in the district. Okay, so at 100%. Population increased. Oh, where's the tutorial? Population growth is a measure of how fast your city grows. It is both a combination of outsiders coming into your city as well as new people being born within. When population growth reaches a certain threshold, a population census will take place, noting an increase in your overall population, including workforce in the city. Favorable situation in your city. Without any significant problems like high cold or disease, increased population growth. However, when the issues in your city are overwhelming, population growth becomes stagnant. You can resolve that by improving conditions in your city or researching new methods to fight the most pressing problems in the area. Some laws also directly increase population. Good to know. So what does that mean? Houses. Yep. Okay, so we crack into here. I like to crack it. Go this way. Yeah, boy. Oh, what's going on here? The city grows. Population growth. Stewart, a new count has revealed significant growth in our population in recent weeks. Some attribute rise to an influx of settlers from the Frostland, others to births outnumbering deaths. Whatever the cause, we have adjusted our calculations of the city's needs to reflect new numbers. It's just fantastic, isn't it? Yeah, you're about out. It's fine. Is it fine? I don't know. Strict. No, no, no. You cut some more. And you rotate. Polar season heat demand is increased. Yeah.
Cold is coming.
Doing my best. Fire in the shaft. Coal is running out. Stewart, a fire has broken out in our coal mine. If we don't react, we'll lose the mine along with that depot. Some of the Faith Keepers engaged in the rescue effort insist we can still save the mine by cutting off the air supply to the shaft and suffocating the fire. But some of the child miners are still making their way out. They'll suffocate them too. Oh boy. After we deal with the crisis in the blasted coal mine, we will ensure these accidents do not.
A memorial will be held this evening to honor those who gave their
That's
lives
rough.
in the mines.
Sorry. Okay. Housing depot. So then I need to make a council hall. Or can I council hall? I think I want to make it increase. Good doggy. Rayburn, 32 Scout, daring to dream. We have a council, but will anything actually change? For years, the Faith Keepers have just had their way. But if this is a chance to block some of their idiotic ideas, we could show the city reason, convince them to adapt to the frost, to embrace this new ice age, and tear ourselves away from our addiction to the generator. I'll speak with the others tonight. Those who disagree with Faith Keepers' views gather and discuss how they can change the city. And so it begins.
Are now officially
A new voice.
recognized by the city. Evolver delegates
Evolvers.
will be joining the next council session.
527 Frostlanders have organized in a faction. These evolvers prize cold rationale, personal achievement, and adaptation to the frost by any means necessary. They dislike blasting cold. Their manifest, adaptation, the whiteout years prove we cannot rely on machines. We must improve until we have the strength to survive anything. Merit, coddling failure breeds weakness. We must instead reward accomplishment. Create reason. We must reorder all facets of life with clear minds and cold hearts. Unlock train workers' community action. The evolvers will train workers to drastically increase productivity. Good relations perk. Treatment assistance. Evolvers will periodically heal sick or injured workforce. They seek to pass hot houses, housing block, dense housing, showers. This is done, so let's no, where's this go? I'm so confused. It has an empty building slot. I don't know why I can't put anything in. This has an empty building slot. Oh. Central. Oh, that's right. That makes sense now. Now I understand. These tell you where they can go. That tracks a lot. George Fairweather, 17, crippled, missing his little sister. Lucy didn't come home from the mine. The last time it got cold, proper cold, I gave her my gloves. We huddled together. Mom didn't make it. I lost my hands to the frost, but Lucy was always strong. She took care of me then. 2 jobs, boxing in the arena, a real fighter at 13. Who would given herself to save that mine any day. Thanks to her, it's not proper cold. But how can I go on without her? Save the blasting coal mine from. That's good. That's something, right? I would like to How long is this recording been? 50 minutes? So we got that done. First council session, the city decides. Anticipation fills the air as the council opens. The captain ruled with a firm hand for years, but those times died with him. Now the communities of the city want their say. Faith Keepers are the only organized faction and have a strong opinion on everything. They are devoted to what they claim was the late captain's vision, a godly society built on progress, equality, and tradition. The New Londoners and Frostlanders clash over our survival strategy, though neither has a firm stance on economic or social issues. Now that the second faction has revealed itself, Faith Keepers must confront their presence and the influence of their delegates in the council. Based on your handling of the coal crisis, the first decision is whether you should maintain your role as steward. Oh boy. Oh boy, okay. The Council. When you return to the Council in the future, you will be able to propose new laws to vote upon. But for now, a special vote needs to happen. The communities of New London have to accept you as their leader. Be careful. If you fail, this will be the end of your rule. Click on a delegate to view their profile. Seek to pass. Who has the most power here? I love how Twitch can vote for this. It's funny. You are accepted 4, 21 hesitant, 74. Voting in 10 weeks. Hold Alt for the resource drawer. The Council. The Council is where delegates vote for laws, yeah. You can propose laws, however, they must be voted in by the majority to take effect. In some special cases, such as laws from the rule category, a 2/3 majority is required to pass the vote. Communities and factions will fight for or against different laws, depending on their views. You can learn more about them by clicking different communities and factions. Cons to the Council view, there are a few different methods to affect how delegates. Okay, so I got there's 5 against. How can I negotiate? What do I have to vote for? Should the steward remain in power? Their terms, construct a building, blast and coal. Say negotiations. Not all laws you propose will have widespread support. You can negotiate to have a better chance of a vote passing. After choosing a group to negotiate with, you can decide what to promise them in exchange for voting along with your proposal. That includes actions such as enacting a law they desire, building or destroying a building, or using an action towards a particular community or faction. Making a promise in negotiations will make all hesitant delegates in the chosen community vote for the law. Additionally, some delegates who are against the law will also switch sides. The same logic applies if you want them to vote against the law. Factions are more monolithic and will not engage in negotiations about laws that are against their worldview. I'm not saying anything else, am I? So oh yes.
Hear ye, hear ye. The votes are in. The measure passes.
Alright, fuel for the future. Steward, you shall remain then. Good, there are challenges ahead. Expanding coal extraction is a great success, but the vein will only last so long. We need to explore the Frostland for a permanent source of fuel. Otherwise, the city will have no future. Must find more fuel. Okay, so let's pause there. I think that's going to be it for part 1 of chapter 1. Thanks for sticking around. We're going to be switching to... Turn it off here. That's not what I want. It's over there. Anywho. Alright. Yeah, we'll start next on part 2. Alright. Everybody who stopped by on the stream, thanks for stopping by. We will see you next time. Deuces.